Alright, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to attract success. And we're just going to go ahead and start off ASAP. So the first thing you got to do is you got to remove all distractions. Make sure your mind is empty. Remove everything that's distracting you. And just be empty-minded. That's the first step. The second step is you got to become and act like the person you want to be. So whoever you want to be, the type of person you want to become it. Dress like them, act like them, talk like them. Absorb what they're doing, understand their daily habits, and do just that. And you got to make sure you take this to a whole different level. I mean, if you were back then a smoker, or just somebody who smoked a lot of weed, a pothead, a gamer, stuff like that, you want to be able to destroy that person and become a new person. You don't got to go out and buy fancy stuff. You don't got to look super nice. You don't got to buy a crazy suit. You can buy a cheap suit if you want to be a person who is successful and wear a suit. So you don't got to do all of that exterior stuff. You can just make sure you become that person inside first before you're able to be it on the outside. And the third is feel success. So to actually, it's one thing to go ahead and be and act like the person you want to be, act like you're successful, but the secret is to actually feel successful. You actually got to feel it, feel how it would feel if you were to retire your parents tomorrow, to maybe take a trip, to wake up and have made thousands of dollars already. You got to feel it, understand how it makes you feel, if it makes you feel happy, excited, whatever. When I used to go to the library every day when I didn't make a dollar with my business, I used to do everything I needed to do for the day. Go inside there, work, do all the important tasks, come home, and I used to sit right here on my bed in my room right here, and I used to feel successful. And it feels good. Like I've done something today and I'm already successful just by completing them tasks. So you got to make sure you feel successful. Make sure you actually feel the feeling and not just look at it, look like it, and act like it. Number 4 is visualizing success. So before I made even $1,000 a day, I remember just a few nights before I've made the money, I was in my bed. Before I went to sleep, I used to count money in my bed. Fake money in my mind. Imagine it. I used to imagine counting $100 bills, and I used to remember the hand movements. Before I even started, I made sure I remember what the 100 bill looks like in my head, how it feels, and how it smells. To this day, I know how, if I think long enough, I can actually get the smell of money in my head and actually smell it without having the money there physically. And it smells like, for me, it smells like American cheese. It smells a little bit like cheese. That's how money smells to me, and I've been able to do that multiple times. But like I was saying, I'll make sure I know how it feels, how crispy it feels, how it smells, how it looks, where the $100 sign is on all sides, and at the corner, the $100 or the 100 is a little bit golden. And I used to picture everything on the back too, how it says in the middle, "In God We Trust." $100 bill, the United States. I used to remember all of that, and that was important too. So I used to do that, and then I would just start counting money, $100 bills. I even remember how to make the hand movements. It goes back and forth and stuff like that. Hand movements on counting $100, and I used to do it to $10,000. I used to count to $10,000 before I went to sleep, and sometimes I went to sleep just counting the money. And in my dreams, I was still counting money. And I did this around 3 days before I made $10,000. So I was counting $10,000 in my dreams, and a few days later, I went viral on TikTok with my first winning product, and I made $10,000. So it's important you visualize success. A lot of people will say it is cliche, but it helps. It helps me, and you know what? It actually gets you closer there, and it makes you want it even more. So you got to do what the unsuccessful people don't want to do. You just got to become really fucking success orientated and want it bad enough where it's like you already have it. You got to make sure you are actually that person already. And yeah, gone.